Right behind me is the historic Tower Theater here in Los Angeles. Originally opened in October 1927, it was the first theater in Los Angeles to be wired for talking pictures. Then it opened with a silent film, was used for several decades, and then in 2018, Apple announced that it's going to be remodeling it, and then it opened in June 2021 to be the flagship Apple Store here in Los Angeles. So let's go inside. I'll give you a little vlog and tour around it. I'm excited to check out the upstairs theater area here in this Apple Store, and let's check out the Apple Vision Pro demo area as well. So most of my Apple Store experience has been in New York. I've been to the Grand Central Station Apple Store, the Glass Cube on Fifth Avenue. But I have to say, walking into an old-timey feeling theater, having this huge stained glass window and chandelier greet you as soon as you walk in, it's a pretty wild experience. Apple even has some of the theater seating saved right here when you walk up kind of on the second floor. I imagine they're a little reupholstered, but supposedly those are the historic theater seats that were here in Tower Theater. We'll go down to the floor and check out the product areas in a second, but I'm really excited to see this balcony area. All right, so when you walk up the stairs of this balcony, it is just an incredible view. Again, the interior architecture, which is apparently a Baroque French Revival style. You can really tell that Apple preserved this beautifully. The mural of the sky up in the ceiling, all the way up to the bus, I guess, on the side of the wall. For half a second, I thought iJustine had made it into the Apple Store structure, but I'm not sure who that is. But it is just beautiful. And apparently up here in the balcony is where they're doing some of the Apple Vision Pro demos. So if you do it here in the Tower Theater, you get to do it up here in the balcony, which is kind of nice. It's set apart from where the rest of the product tables are. So you get a little bit of privacy and lots of room up here. Not a ton of people sitting, so really cool area for that. Here on an even higher part of the balcony, they do have some accessories, external hard drives, things like that. It looks like this is the Genius Bar setup here for the Tower Theater. So if you have an appointment or come in for support, it happens up here. Here's another look at the balcony from more towards the front of the store. And one of the reasons I'm so nostalgic for this is one of my first Apple Store experiences was actually the Prince Street Apple Store in New York City. It's in Soho, and I love that it had this glass staircase, that second story, and it had that entire theater set up in that Prince Street Apple Store. It's where I bought my very first Apple device, which was an iPod Video. And I think I bought a couple other accessories, but I worked in Times Square over the summer in college, and I would take on my lunch break 2 subways to get to the Prince Street Apple Store so I could spend 15 minutes there and then go back to my work. But this is just very reminiscent. I feel really nostalgic for some of my first experiences back then. They even kept the Mac Pro that was built with the original theater in 1927. Sorry, that's a joke, Syracuse. Cool little seated area here, maybe for kids and probably for Today at Apple sessions that they hold. And they have a really nice big screen over here, probably to do those presentations. Right now showing beautiful slow motion loops of the Apple Vision Pro. This looks like the device they use to test the prescription on your glasses to get you those Zeiss inserts if you're doing an Apple Vision Pro demo. All right, coming down the stairs, now on the first floor, they have all the product tables. And of course, the first table you see when you walk in, Apple Vision Pro. The MagSafe accessories section feature all the fine woven MagSafe wallets. They do have a nice Belkin 2 charger, iPhone AirPods, that's pretty cool. This one's hanging on for dear life. My silicone and fine woven case display. I was looking for scratches on the fine woven cases. Green one up here has a little bit, but it looks like Tower Theater does a better job of swapping these out than my Brandon, Florida Apple Store. Cool Apple TV Plus station. TV is off right now, but iPads are showing stuff. Apple TV 4Ks and AirPods down at the bottom. I think this is the HomeKit section with the Level Lock and Logitech Circle View doorbell. HomePod Mini, a little long in the tooth. Maybe we'll get a new one this year. And the big HomePod. Fun little color display. Apple Music section really showing off the Beats headphones. Got a couple of HomePods set up, but for demo, it looks like you got Beats. And we do have AirPods Max over here. Still no update on those, but fun little display. And of course the AirPods cluster over there on the left. Apple Arcade section, showing off some games and the game controllers down there. And we got more accessories down here at the bottom floor. Apple Vision Pro travel case, I still prefer my Waterfield case, which I brought with me on this trip. And we got some MagSafe chargers over there. I should ask somebody where are the M3 iPads, but probably don't have any just yet. They do have like 2.5 tables showing off the iPads. We got a bunch of iPad minis, Airs, and base models over here. Then we got some iPad Pros over there and on that back table as well. And we get 4 iPad minis at this store. Apple Store Brandon, Florida just has 1 mini on display. So, oh, and yes, there's a dog in here if you heard that. I'm trying to think if my Brandon Apple Store has a Pro Display XDR on display. I know they use a bunch of studio displays. So you got 2 studio displays here and the Pro Display XDR. I might need to play with this for a second. I'm not sure if I've spent a lot of time looking at one. It was definitely a big and nice display. I could see why those ATP guys like it so much. So that's my little tour of the Tower Theater Apple Store here in Los Angeles. I was only here for a couple days for a podcast movement, had an opportunity to speak. That was really fun and didn't have time to visit a lot of places, but I wanted to visit this. I know it was a historic theater, one of the coolest Apple stores, and so I could add this to the list. And I don't know, let me know if there's a great Apple store that I should visit in the future and maybe do another vlog. If you have any comments, leave them down below. I answer the questions there. And subscribe to the channel. Just had a shortcuts video published the other day. Have more coming. Gonna do a whole playlist of shortcuts requests. And if you like these vlog styles videos, I like making them. It's kind of fun. Everything was shot on iPhone in ProRes directly to my OWC USB-C flash drive. So it's kind of fun to do these little vlogs here on the iPhone. So let me know what other kind of vlog content you'd like to see. Thanks for tuning in again, and I'll catch you next time.